Spin Cycle America. I'm Coach. This isn't about political parties. This is about principles. It's about history, responsibility, freedom, and having honest conversations about the country we all call home. Let's get started. Today's topic, one of the greatest lessons I've learned, both in the military and as a coach, is this. You should always leave things better than you found them. If you join a team, leave it stronger. If you serve your community, leave it better. If you're blessed to live in the greatest country on earth, leave it stronger for the next generation. And that's what I believe being an American is all about. Too often today, we hear people talk about what America owes them. But I think we should also be asking ourselves, what do we owe America? We owe our future generations our best effort. We owe our children an understanding of our history, where we came from, who we are, our cultures. We have many different cultures here in the United States, not just one, not just the black community, not just the white community, not just the Hispanics or the Asians, all the communities, all the cultures. We can learn from each other. We can build from each other. Not just one community. Nobody owes anybody. We owe our government. We owe our country. We owe our communities our involvement. We owe our veterans our gratitude. We owe one another respect, even when we disagree. But somewhere along the line, we forgot all of this. We figured we were owed everything. We figured our government owed us stuff. Our government owed us money. They owe us everything. We are not. You have you have to earn it. Nothing in life is free. If you don't believe that, ask a veteran. Veteran who's paid the ultimate price, lost a friend. Loving your country doesn't mean believing it's perfect. No nation's perfect. It means caring enough to help improve it. Right now, you turn on the news and you see violence. People think they're entitled to everything. Reparations, money, pay for my groceries, pay for this. You have to earn it. You have to earn your way in life. Nothing is free. That they don't have to work for anything. This is not true. Every generation has faced challenges. The generation that fought for our independence, the generation that preserved the Union, the generation that defeated tyranny in World War II, the generation that stood for civil rights. Now it's our turn. What are you going to do to preserve our country and protect it? The question isn't whether America will face challenges, because they will. There's many more challenges to face, many more hills to climb, many more mountains to scale. The question is whether we'll rise to meet them, to meet that challenge. The future of America won't be decided only in Washington. It will be decided in our homes, in our schools, in our churches, in our neighborhoods, in our workplaces. All across the nation, it's going to be decided. You're going to decide it. We have to make sure it's a better place for our next generation, our kids, our children. And in everyday choices ordinary Americans make, that's where the strength of our nation has always come from. Become part of the solution, not the problem. Too many people think they that the government owes them something. They don't. Become part of that solution. So here's a little bit about the Constitution. Article 6 of the Constitution requires public officials to take an oath to support the Constitution. That reminds us that our loyalty is not to one person or one political party, but to the Constitution and the principles of our republic. But if you look into Washington, you don't see that. You see you see two distinct parties going at each other, battling. The hate between the two parties is not what our founding fathers had in mind. They knew there would be strife. They knew there would be arguments and disagreements. That's part of history. That's what separates us. Arguments are all right, but hate is not. We need to come back to the table and have that discussion. So here's something that happened in history. So on June 6, 1944, D-Day, thousands of American service members alongside Allied forces landed on the beaches of Normandy. Many never came home. Their courage helped liberate Europe from Nazi occupation and remains one of history's most powerful examples of sacrifice to defend our freedom. Freedom has never been free, and it will never be free. We have to fight, preserve it every day. There are groups of people trying to take that away from us every day, even today. They're trying to make our decisions for us, telling us we are not smart enough to make those decisions. Don't listen to them. We need to stand up and make those decisions. We need to stand up and make this country a better country than we left it. So here's a verse for you today out of the Bible. Let us not grow weary of doing good. For the proper time, we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Galatians, paragraph 6, verse 9. Here's a question for you today to ponder and give me your thoughts. What is one thing each of us can do to leave America better for our grandchildren and our children? Love to hear your thoughts and comments. So here's a coach's challenge as well. Today I want to challenge you to invest in the next generation. Teach them something. Teach your grandchildren something. Teach your children something. Teach them about America. Not the hate. Not the fighting going on. Not explain to them what's going on. Help them understand. Don't show them and teach them to hate one another. Teach them to respect each other, regardless of what their religious preference is, or regardless of what their race is, or the color of their skin. Read part of the Constitution together with them. Visit a veterans memorial. Attend a local event. Share a family story about someone who served. The greatest inheritance we can leave isn't money. It's our values. It's the values. So here's the new segment for this week on Saturdays. This week is about an American of the Week. And this week's American of the Week is about Desmond Doss. Some of you may have heard of this individual. Desmond Doss served as an Army medic during World War II. Because of his deeply held religious beliefs, he refused to carry a weapon into combat. Some questioned his decision. But when the fighting became fierce during the Battle of Okinawa, Doss repeatedly ran into enemy fire to rescue wounded soldiers again and again and again, over and over and over. By the end of the battle, he had saved approximately 75 soldiers. For his extraordinary courage, he became the first conscientious objector to receive the Medal of Honor. His story reminds us that courage isn't measured only by carrying a weapon, but sometimes means standing by your convictions while risking everything to serve others. So take that to heart. Stand by your convictions, but don't harm anybody else in your way. Believe in what you believe in. So here's my final thought for today. Every generation writes a chapter in American history. The question is, what will your chapter be? Will it say we complained? Right now, there's a lot of people in this generation or the younger generation coming up that's complaining. Or that we contributed. Will it say we were divided? Or that we united around the principle that has sustained us or sustained this nation for over 250 years? What's going to be your legacy? History is watching. Our grandchildren are watching. Our children are watching. Let's give them an American they'll be proud to inherit. I'm Coach. Thank you for joining me here on Spin Cycle America. Remember, this isn't about being perfect. It's about being responsible. It's about understanding where we come from, where we came from, appreciating the freedoms we have, and doing our part to leave this country better than for the next generation. Have a great day. Take care of yourself, take care of your family, and take care of each other. Respect each other. God bless you, your family, and God continue to bless the United States of America. And you all have an outstanding day. I'll catch you on the next time.